When Charlie stepped through the towering iron gates of the chocolate factory, the air changed. It smelt sweet, yes, chocolate, caramel, spun sugar, but beneath that, something metallic, something ancient, something waiting. The golden ticket in his hand felt heavier now, as if it knew what was coming. The factory was everything the stories had promised. A chocolate river swirled beneath a candy-colored sky, edible trees rustled as though breathing, and everything, absolutely everything, shimmered with impossible magic. But then the other children began to disappear. Augustus reached into the chocolate river, but the liquid latched onto his arm like living tar, pulling him under without a sound. Violet swelled, her body stretching far past anything remotely human, her limbs thinning, elongating, until she burst, leaving only the faintest trace of blueberry-scented mist. Veruca touched a golden egg, and in an instant her body solidified, her sugar-coated eyes staring lifelessly ahead. Charlie watched it all, a sickening realization settling into his bones. The factory was not just testing them, it was consuming them. When only he and Mike remained, the chocolate factory owner finally turned to them, his eyes gleaming with something inhuman. He spoke, but his voice was not his own. It was the factory's. It whispered in the walls, in the pipes, in the swirling chocolate currents beneath their feet. This place must always have a master, and the master must always be replaced. Charlie felt it then, the deep, pulsing hunger beneath the factory floors, the way the walls seemed to close in. The chocolate factory owner had not built this place. He had survived it. He had been the last child standing once long ago. The factory had chosen him, just as it now chose Charlie. Mike tried to run, but the floor beneath him liquefied, swallowing him whole in an instant. No scream, no struggle, just gone. And then silence. The air around the current owner shimmered, his figure flickering like a dying light bulb. The candy-colored coat, the top hat, the knowing grin, everything about him unravelled, dissolving into golden dust. The factory did not need him any more. Charlie barely had time to breathe before he felt it. The weight pressing into his mind, the whispers seeping into his thoughts. The realization that he wasn't just trapped, he was becoming something else. The machinery hummed, the chocolate river surged, the candy trees rustled in eerie applause. The factory had its new master. Outside, a fresh wave of golden tickets packed into chocolate bars. People would go crazy after them. The cycle would begin again. And deep within the factory Charlie smiled, though the smile was no longer his own.